Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. Welcome to April 22nd. Oh, this month has been going by pretty fast. I hope everything is still good with you. I'm going to revisit music again for this awake and stretch session. So YouTube usually gives me a little bit of a problem, but it shouldn't be impossible. I have permission from the artist to use his music, so those of you that watch on YouTube my rebroadcast, we should be all good. Anyway, the music is by DJ Rashid, and if you haven't heard his music yet, he's pretty awesome. He does DJ events specifically for yoga and is very giving and sharing with his music. I have paid for his music, and I do have permission. That's part of the deal. I believe in supporting artists for what they do, since I am one. I've worked in dance my entire life, and now as a yogi, we're still working artists. It's artists of movement, of flowing, of all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent now. I don't know what is going to happen this morning again in this practice. I know that my lower back feels a little bit tight, so I'll probably spend some time opening that up. And because I'm using music, who knows what's going to come out. So hopefully my volumes of the music and my voice are good so that you can hear both as we move through this mystery flow. So I'm going to push play. And I think I'm going to start in a seated position and just kind of breathe a little bit. So the music is on. Hopefully you can hear that. If not, it's just a gentle rise and fall for the breath. And just sitting comfortably and finding your rhythm of breath. And as you sit and breathe, it's okay to notice any other sounds or sensations or smells. Just let them pass in their own time. Allow your body to relax, settling into the spine and the hips. Just a few more breaths here. And start to move into a seated cow and cat. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhaling, curling. staying in the curl this time and gently folding forward. And gently rolling up through the spine, making sure the eyes are blinking open. And take a gentle twist to the right. Inhaling through center, exhaling to the left. One more time each side. Inhaling through center, exhaling to the right. Inhaling through center, and exhaling to the left. Inhaling through center and finding my way onto hands and knees. Moving into cow and cat. Coming back to a nice neutral spine. Exhaling, squeezing to the right so you have a lateral bend in the spine. Inhaling through center. Exhaling to the right. Oh, sorry, the left. That's the left. Inhaling through center. Exhaling to the right. One more time, each side. I think I owe the left one more. Going back through center, finding child's pose. From here, moving into down dog. And taking a little bit of a twist here to open up the lower back. Taking the right foot outwardly rotating it, standing on the right foot, releasing the left heel, and giving a little twist to look under the right armpit. You can come up onto fingertips too here. Press your weight back towards the upper hip, the right hip. Coming back to regular down dog. Switching to the other side, left leg outwardly rotates, right heel lifts, press the left hip up and back. You can come onto left fingertips here if you like. Looking under the left shoulder. Coming back to regular downward facing dog. And walking the hands back to take an Uttanasana or Ragdoll, whichever one you prefer. Arms behind the back, interlace the fingers and let the shoulders open. Stretching it out. Letting the hands release down. I'm going to do a little bit of a spinal ripple, if you will. I'll move forward so that you can see me a little bit better. So from this forward fold, I'm going to curl about halfway up. Once I get to a nice straight spine, I'm going to stick the tail out, I'm going to arch and roll it down. So this will really work the spine. All right, so I'm going to come up on an inhale and down on an exhale. Starting now. I'm going to roll it all the way up to vertical using the arms. Exhaling hands to the heart. And now doing the movement with just the arms, inhaling as they come up. Exhaling as they come down through the heart center. One more time. I think I'll step back with the right foot here, coming into a lunge. Arms up, crescent pose. This is similar to what I did yesterday. It actually felt really good in the body yesterday. So lengthening up, lifting the ribs out of the waist and giving a little side bend to the left. Coming back up through center, I'm going to open up to warrior two now. So this is a little bit different than what I did yesterday, I think. Just easing into the hips and the legs. Coming back up, straight legs, turning the toes towards the long edge of the mat for prasarita. Taking an easy forward fold. Giving the hips a little bit of movement here. I'm not going into my fullest. My knees are slightly bent. Very subtle movement of the hips from right to left. And gently rolling up through the spine. Nice big X. Turn the legs out, heels in, and goddess pose. Straightening the arms and legs. Taking our grand plie, you can do your arms anywhere you like. And I'm going to come into goddess, and from here I'm going to shift into warrior two. It's going to be wiggly, it's not going to be so pretty, but I don't care. Just going to kind of find my way there. Nice settle movement. I'm letting the right knee very gently lift and lower. This is giving me a nice stretch through the hip flexor. And from here, I'm going to move into Crescent Pose, squaring off to the back edge of my mat. Arms extend up, interlacing the fingers, lift the ribs out of the waist, and then gently lean over to the right. Coming back up through center, exhaling, releasing, fighting warrior two again. I'm going to add on here and take extended side angle. And triangle pose. Now that the hips are a little warmer, the body's a little bit more used to these positions, it's more comfortable to go a little deeper. Middle all the way up. Turning the toes in, taking prasarita. I'm going to take that same undulation through the spine, inhaling as I come halfway up and exhaling, lowering down. This engages the abdominals. It really allows me to connect with the breath, as well as all the good, yummy things it does for your legs. All the way up this time. Turning to the heels in, taking goddess. Grand plie if you'd like, or just keep goddessing it. Goddessing it? Doing the goddess. finding warrior two. Left leg in front. Extend. Triangle pose. Coming all the way up. Bending the knee, warrior two, and then finding crescent again. Arms down to the mat. Step it back. Vinyasa. To child's pose. Having connection problems today, so I just shifted the phone over to my data, so that should be better. All right, staying in that child's pose. Bringing it up to down dog. Three-legged dog with a twist. Now let's flip it into a wild thing today. Top foot gently falls behind. Getting a nice back bend. Flipping it back, three-legged dog. To downward facing dog. Next side. Left leg up and back. Twisted three-legged dog. And flip it. Flipping it back. Three-legged dog to downward facing dog. Eyes lift up, coming to the top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Then reverse swan dive. Hands to the heart. Coming into tree pose. Moving into a balance sequence, not sure what's going to come out, but starting in tree. Feel free to move your arms however you'd like. If you like stillness this morning, or if you want to explore and dance a little bit with your arms in the balance, go for it. All right, I'm going to take that top leg and bring it to a nice parallel position. I'm going to take my yogi toe locker on the outside and extending the leg out in front. From here, opening the leg out to the side. Now, if grabbing your toe is not a possibility, grab the shin bone so the knee is bent. And from here, I'm going to play and I'm going to switch my fingers on my toe. Right arm comes up and then come into a twist. I'm going to bring it back, release the right leg, and bring it to warrior three. Coming back up to neutral, and Tadasana, and shaking it out. And moving to the second side. Finding tree pose to start. Arms can go wherever you like them to go. Bringing the top leg to parallel, finding the big toe holds or the shin bone, and extending the leg out forward if you got the big toe. Opening it up to the side. My balance is not so hot today. Hui. Bringing it back through center. Switching the fingers on the big toe or the shin bone. Left arm lifts up and opens into a twist. Opening up behind you. Bringing it back through neutral, bending the leg, finding warrior three. Bringing it back up, both feet on the mat, shaking it out. Moving through a sun salutation. Child's pose is always acceptable, so feel free to move into that. And while in this child's pose, I'm going to take a little bit of a shoulder opener, so between the shoulder blades. Right leg, that's not a leg, that's an arm. Right arm is going to come underneath. Left on top, trying to keep the chest parallel to the ground. Walking the hands apart and letting either the chin rest on your arms or the forehead can come all the way down to the ground. Try to let go of any tension in the arms, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the face. And just breathe. To come out of this, just gently roll towards the bottom arm, releasing the top arm. Bringing yourself up to a vertical position. Just let the shoulders relax for a moment. Feel whatever's happening. And then switching to the other side. So left arm underneath, right on top. Gently easing into the pose. Easing out of the pose, rolling towards the bottom arm, and gently working your way up. Just let yourself be there and feel the feels. And from here, I'm going to move into Camel Pose. So creating a cushion for the knees, bringing the knees about hip width apart, and standing up on the knees. I'll probably take about 3 rounds. That's kind of my MO. I like things in 3s. All right, here we go. Taking the first one kind of shallow. Inhaling, coming up, and exhale, releasing. Ooh, a little bit of a head rush there. I think I'm going to sit for a minute. I probably did not breathe correctly when I did that, which is why a head rush sometimes happens. There could be other reasons, but generally speaking, it's the breath that causes that. All right, so round 2, I'm going to try to go a little bit deeper. We'll see what happens. This time I'll change my orientation a little bit so you can see my hand placement because I'm not describing it. So if you've not done this pose before, I'm actually starting on the hips and then I'm walking down to the heels. I'm skipping the in-between. If you have a block, you can always put your fingers up on a block if it's between the heels. I'm going to go for the ankles again. From here, I'm going to take a gentle twist, first to the right and then to the left. Inhaling in neutral. And then gently twisting to the right. Inhaling through center and then exhaling to the left. One more time each side. Inhaling, coming through center. And I'm moving into Child's Pose again. Just checking out my playlist here. Because it sounds like, oh no, okay, we're good. Let's take down dog from here. And bringing it forward, I'm going to come into a seated position. So just squatting and sitting and letting the legs come out in front. So I'm going to take the right leg into a nice wide Janu Shavasana. So that means that my hips are now open. I'm kind of in half of a straddle. And my intention here is to keep the hips on the mat. So it's going to be challenging with this right leg because it's bent, but we're going to do the best we can. And then gently folding forward from there. So although you may feel this in the legs, for other people, you may feel this in your back. I actually feel this in my lower back on the right side. I'm going to try to give a little bit more sensation through my right lower back. Excuse me. And walk my hands over to the left to make that happen. So I'm getting more sensation back here. trying to keep the shoulders square to the ground. Gently walking it back through center. Listening to my body as I move, so not going too fast. Pausing where I need to pause. Sometimes that low back stretch can be rather intense. And if the lower back has something to say about it, you're going to hear it. But if it's subtle, sometimes it's difficult to know. Just make sure that you take your time. And be an active listener when it comes to your body and the sensation. So I'm going to switch to the other side here. Left leg comes in, right leg extends. Both sit bones on the mat. And then gently fold forward from there. Feel free to adjust where your arms are placed so that you can feel sensation through the low back. Of course, the legs are always there. They're going to feel something as well. And do your best to keep the shoulders square to the ground. Just a few more breaths here. And gently bring it back to neutral. Eventually coming to vertical, letting the lower back settle as it needs to. And then letting the legs extend out in front. Gently lay down on your back. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking little tiny pelvic tilts and little lateral motion, like you're giving a hip bump to the side. And this is helping to release that lumbar spine, the lower back, everything we were just stretching. So I'm just giving a little forward and backward motion, a little side to side, alternating between the two. And then giving it a good shake and just releasing. From here, I'm going to hug the knees in towards the chest, give a little rock from side to side. And move into Happy Baby. Also known as the toe cracking pose. Bringing the bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. Keep your hands on your legs, feet, ankles, and just let yourself hang out here. Gently bring the legs into a reclined bound ankle pose. Hands can rest wherever they need to rest. If you feel your lower back start to lift off the mat, it's okay. Let it do its natural curve. And from here, move into your Shavasana. We'll stay for about 3 minutes, because I think that's how long this track is, so when it's over, we're good with our Shavasana. And let everything melt and relax. If you feel tension in a certain part of the body, you feel free to give it a little wiggle, a little shake to let it go, even the jaw or the face. Yeah, yawning is okay. Deep breaths are okay. And then start to settle down, find your stillness if you're not there already. Just breathe. Enjoy the moment. Start to deepen your breath. Find energy in the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. And give yourself a nice big stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest. And get a little rock from side to side. And roll onto your right side into fetal position. Use the right arm as a pillow. Gently come up to a seated position. Taking a few moments here to check in with the body and the breath. Maybe giving a few moments of gratitude, something you're thankful for today. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful afternoon, or a beautiful evening whenever you are joining me. Namaste, my friends. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye.